What? Each quick save is its... Oh no. Each quick save is its own save file? I don't like that. Oh, gonna loot that.
This way.
Look at that, Anivia just trying to keep up.
Yet another obstacle.
Turn. Slice. Behead.
I don't like that she's not automatically switching a weapon, so... Every attack during combat entails the following calculations. First, the attacker makes an attack roll and compares the result to the target's AC to see if the attack was a hit or a miss. If the attack hits, the attacker makes a damage roll to see how much damage it deals. Attacking an attempt to harm an enemy during combat, to make an attack roll, you roll a d20 and then add various bonuses and penalties. Yada yada. Some all the numbers make the attack roll result that is then compared to the target's AC. In the last combat, your character Lan attacked the enemy spitting giant centipede and got 14. Let's break down this result. You really want to go through this? Okay, rolling d20 resulted in 9, and then plus 5 from the attack bonus, plus 1 from base attack bonus, plus 3 from dex, and plus 1 from enhancement as a hunter. Armor class is a statistic that designs how hard it is to damage a creature, be it thanks to heavy armor, nimble evasiveness, protective magic, or something else. To overcome AC, the damage the target, you need to make an attack roll and get the result equal or greater than the AC. A roll lower than the target's AC results in a miss. Every creature's base AC is 10. This number is modified by a multitude of bonuses and penalties relating to the armor equipped, dexterity, attribute bonuses, abilities, active spells, and so on. For example, your enemy's spitting giant centipede has AC equal to 12. This results in the sum of the following sources. 12, base value 10, difficulty minus 2. Why is there a minus 2 on the difficulty? For normal, we get a minus 2 for the difficulty. To the AC, dexterity plus 2, natural armor plus 2. To see the target's AC and attack bonus, select this character and open its inventory. You see these numbers on the left side of the screen. To make an attack, your characters need weapons. Some swing swords, some bite with mandibles, some burn the enemy with magic fire. The damage of a successful attack depends on the weapon itself, the result of a dice roll, and various factors, such as target's resistance or vulnerability to certain types of damage. For example, your character Lon attacked the enemy's spitting giant centipede and dealt 8 damage. Let's break this down. This result 1d8, 8 piercing. Combat damage reduces the target hit points, and wow, they're explaining this like to someone who really doesn't know what's going on. Character's hit point can go below 0. A character can survive as long as the number of negative hit points is lower than their constitution ability score. When the negative hit points reaches this number, the character dies. Yeah. I do want her to switch her weapons though, like when she's fighting instead of just holding on to that stupid fucking torch.
They will break against our beg me to stop.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Ooh. Okay, so a comma. Who can equip a comma? Oh, he can. So if we put this in his like second slot, is that gonna improve? Increases? Yeah, it does. Okay. But he needs something when the enemy gets close to him, though. So maybe we should just give it to him. It's the second weapon. Oh, 2 to 12 damage. Okay. Oh, but he's. I put him in front, but she's like. She's a warrior, right? She's a fighter. Yeah, you need to get. You need to. Yeah. Okay. Nice. We are the mongrels. Okay, she can just be a damage fighter.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Wenduag glances at Lon, who is fixing his slipped bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath her hood. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you. Don't show the light of heaven to Saul. Uh-oh. But I'm not trying to impress you, Wenduag. I'm not trying to scissor you. I'm trying to get in Lan's pants. Let's see. Lan is sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. Lan, Wenduag grimaces, and a guttural, husky snarl unfurls in her throat. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that we are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people, but it's one thing to go hunting in the caves, and another to fight in the shield maze. Wenduag leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us tracker at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought, but we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark and as the primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Wenduag looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again, and it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared warriors burst into the maze with no idea where they're going. All because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve all of our problems. Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze? I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Saul is hesitant, and for good reason. Jesus Christ. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. is going on here? In and out, in and out. What is she doing? Yoshi, if you want to go out, go out. Lan's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to and find him, or whatever's left of them, without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. When Duog slows. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find the way out to the surface. I'll think about it. Let's go. When Duog nods. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear. She has other intents, I'm sure. Leaving a location, click on this icon to leave location. To leave, the whole party needs to be near it. Before leaving the location, you'll be able to review and collect the loot you've left behind.
Forwards. No, backwards. Backwards.
Camellia is encumbered? Which one is Camellia?
I wonder.
She's encumbered? Why? Why is she encumbered? I mean, she's not holding anything personally, right? Okay, so this is shared stash. How do we check her own stash? How does this work? Why is she encumbered? Shared stash. How do I get to her own stash? It doesn't work like that or something? I don't know. Because he's like, he can carry a lot of other things before he's even encumbered, so. So how do we do this? Oh, these guys are all encumbered too? What is this? Fatigue. Oh, that's fatigue. Shared stash. Where's the... I don't understand. Shared stash. Clicking their portrait. Oh, the red means that I don't understand. Okay, so if I give this to her. Okay, so she's no longer encumbered. Okay. Non-stacking bonus. Okay. That's fine. 7 armor class. Okay, so she's no longer encumbered. It's like I don't know which ones are the ones that they're holding, you know, it's... Personal stash. Just need to know who's holding these items. It doesn't tell you. Why doesn't it tell you who's holding the items? Like all of a sudden someone's encumbered. So if I give this to her, it's still showing. And his weight is not going up. This thing is heavy, isn't it? Yeah, 6 pounds. Who's carrying? Okay, well, we know that, but individual stash? Stash. Individual stash. Okay, well, I don't know how this is calculated, but I was able to remove some things off of her. I just don't know which ones that she has in her stash. It's just saying shared stash. You can't look at your own stash. Why is that? Don't want to walk through. I just need to understand this shit. Okay, maybe they have it in the encyclopedia. Oh, they're now willing to explain how this works. Loot. Inventory. Basics. was the other game that has the search function? Like, they don't even tell you anything about stash. Come on now. This is basic stuff. You want to explain all the detailed breakdown of an attack, but then you can't just explain to us how this works. They don't even talk about they don't even want to talk about what you call it, encumbrance. I don't see anything about encumbrance. It's like they're avoiding this topic because they don't want to explain how the stash system works. Possibly. Yeah, I don't see anything about encumbrance. Nothing. There's nothing about stash. Nothing about inventory.
It doesn't match my scales.
It's like the what is she? She's a warrior. Is it because I equipped her that? Oh, okay, so the personal stash is only what's equipped on your character. And shared is just shared with everybody. Party encumbrance. I think I figured it out. Okay, so I guess everyone's just carrying this together. Okay. Okay, we spent enough time on that. Because all of a sudden she's like encumbered. I don't know why. Ooh. I don't want to know what's happening up there. Has the maze really collapsed? Wow, the FPS is taking a hit here. Let's reduce the res. This game is that freaking demanding, huh? Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump with the odors to match. Smells like ass, basically. And blinking, glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. A heavy-set, aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Outlandish, and timeish upon us indeed. Chief Saul, we found the angel's sword, and we found the one who can wield it. Lan points at you. She had a vision, and now the angel's sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside her. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold the weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can go save them. Saul raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails. Ah, Lan, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. Saul eyes you up and down. An uplander with the light of heaven. Jesus, that is too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes us to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light. Throughout the game, you will occasionally encounter colored options marked and associated with specific mythic path. These are dialogue branches that embody the spirit of a particular manifestation of mythic powers. In the earlier stages of the game, these options must be selected in order to gain the opportunities to set out on the corresponding mythic path. Once your mythic path is set, unique alternatives inaccessible to other mythic paths will become available to you. So this is all. I have to choose this now, huh? What that's considered the chaotic option is Lan is mistaken. We didn't find the sword. But we're trying to sleep with Lan, so this is hard. This is hard for Penis to make this decision. I need some food. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? I think it's okay to show them the fucking sword. I don't know why. Maybe we should say, is there someone else from the surface here? Sal points off to the side. There he is, hale and hearty and premature. As a peacock. How come it didn't say premature peacock? Just like me. Sal laughs, but quickly returns to business. Not good. Too many uplanders. Not good. Not right. What are you up to here? You're not one of us. We're not your kind. When the time comes, we'll come to you, not you to us. Okay. Show them the land speaks the truth. The heavenly flame flares to life at your unspoken command, bright, pure, dancing with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam passing through the stained glass. The mongrel abandon their task and stare, transfixed. The light is bright, but not blinding. It is warm, but its warmth is soul deep. You perform a lawful action. I don't like lawful, I like neutral. Saul is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face. But the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away. I mean, that shouldn't be considered lawful or whatever, because we're just showing him the sword because that was the agreement, you know? I mean, that feels a little off to me. So it's true. The angel did not forsake us. No, he came. Back from the dead he came to save our children. Lan gives you a nod of thanks. Yeah, you just better pay up later. The scaled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is visibly relieved. Yeah, I guess he can lay on his side, on his left side. And you mess around with him, because I don't know if I want to touch the scaly parts of him. As he wasn't sure all this time that you would support him. Wendua hisses at you like an angry cat. See the fishermen and these hunters, these husks of men and women, their blood will be on your hands. We have the blessing of the angels. We will survive and help the young tribesmen. Yeah, I'm not responsible for others' decisions. Yeah, don't try to put that on me. Wendua snarls in fury. And why are you making these decisions? Because of you, you've sealed their fate. You're a murderer. You know what? I want to kill her now. You know, I showed them the sword. It's up to them if they want to follow or not. It's... Why are you going to blame it on me? Everyone... You know, all of these people can get to make their own fucking decision for themselves. You always think the worst, Wendu. We're not on our own. We're not on our own in this anymore. We've got allies. Well, a couple at least, but one good fighter's worth 10 bad ones. You have the right of it, lad. But we're Nethers. We're going to wait. I sent a messenger to summon all the tribes. And then he says messenger all perfectly. It's supposed to be I sent a messenger to summon all the tribes. It will take time, yes, but they will all come. They will all come to the light. Wait, uplanders. Rest a while in one of our huts. Our home is your home. Lan sighs. Alright, Chief, understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took us so long, I'll tell them it was your decision. Wendua only grits her teeth in silence. Level enhancement. Combat victories and other achievements give your characters experience points. After accumulating a certain amount of experience, a character gains a new level. It allows them to take a new class or raise their level in one of the other classes they already possess. It also gives other advantages such as increased hit points. When the character gains a level, they can get a new feat, learn new spells and skills, and increase ability scores. The exact improvements a character gets depend on their classes and the total number of their levels. Okay, so we're a Dirge Bard. Oh, we get nothing for this. Oh, we do? We get to pick something? Hold on. I don't think we get to pick anything here, right? Yeah, because level 2 you don't get anything. Oh, no, you do. It's right here. So we get a bar talent. Oh, okay, over here. Okay. Okay, bar talent. They recommend weapon focus, huh? Any one of these? Bite. Using your mouth to fight? Really? Bite? Why do they want me to do weapon focus though? Touch. I don't know. What do I have equipped right now? You know, I guess that's punching dagger, quarterstaff. Core, where's core? Maybe we just do Canny Observer. Fast Dogs, Iron Guts. Just need to see what she has equipped now. So she has a light crossbow. Is that what I really want? For her to just carry a light crossbow? How heavy is that? 4 pounds. Masterwork. The only difference is the quality. So it sells for more. What is that bullseye? What is that? That's the amount of gold. I mean, if it does the same thing, I guess we better just sell that one. But you don't have real... This thing requires dex, right? My dex is -1. Okay. I mean, I don't even cast any good spells. Just sleep and shit like that. So I need something, really, to... I do need to equip something to do damage, to help out. So I guess the question is, what do I want this character to use permanently? Decisions. Okay, you know what? We're gonna give her persuasion. I think that's better than focusing on getting +1 right now on weapons, even though they're recommending it. Because where that takes us actually is weapon specialization, shadow defenses. I don't know. Why are they recommending it though? So yeah, I'll go for persuasion instead. Okay, so Camellia already has some of these spells, huh? Vanish. So right now I have fear and days. Resistance, I already have flare. Oh, flare is just one, then flare burst. Okay, this one actually gives damage, so I'll take ear-piercing scream, I think. Pally. Oh yeah, there's no points here. Oh, it comes with their own recommendation of what they've... Okay. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I mean, we consider these as their own characters anyway, I mean. So... I am okay with that. So we just get to review, unless you want to do it yourself. Oh, but it looks like you can't. Oh, you can for the, like for example, why is it deadly aim though? I thought she's a fighter. Why is... And then she has point blank shot, so she likes using the bow. Okay, I'll just have her do automatic leveling for... Okay, so when you try to customize, then it takes away the automatic leveling. So she is actually a strange fighter. Because... So we do want to have her have the bow. Okay. Very strange. Yeah, the mongrels. They don't have a trader here? So we gotta sell some of this stuff. Sal heaves himself around to face you. Eh? I want to ask a few questions. Aye. Tell me about the mongrels. Eh? Well, we're the Crusaders under the ground. The children of the first Crusaders. This is how you know he's faking the whole situation. Because he didn't say first, he said first. The war wound touches. See, there he went again. Touches instead of touches. Everyone, look at us. We are all marked by it. The Uplanders. I guess the person who was writing this part got tired of adding the SH to every S sounds. The Uplanders didn't like it. They drove us down here, but we have a secret. Sal's one good eye twinkles slyly. We're waiting. When the shield maze falls, that is the end of our lives down here. We will go up to the surface to fight. Until then, we don't. Our place is here. But now we have all seen the light of heaven. Now we can go. What other signal do we need? We must fulfill our crusader duty. Tell me about Wenduag. Wenduag, our beauty, our huntress. Who is more skilled than Wenduag? There are braver fighters, yes. Fighters, yes. But brave doesn't mean skilled. Wenduag is the only one to go into the maze and come out again. The others listen to everything she has to say. She has to say. Jesus. Yeah, the person who was doing this like, SH, and then miss a couple of them. Not a couple, actually, a lot of them. Tell me about Lan. He's not one of us. No, not one of us. His father was one of us, but his mother, no. They took him up to the surface. They ruined him as a child. Then they came back, but he wasn't one of us. A good hunter, yes, but he feels trapped down here. But he can't go up there either. Not safe. He wouldn't lash a gong. Thank you for your answers. No matter. What am I going to do now? The messenger is swift. He'll rally the tribes, all of them. The angels, light is now I'm adding SH to everything with us, so we will follow it. Now you go, rest, eat. Can I just clarify, are we Uplanders, prisoners, or guests here? Have you drawn weapons against us? No. Have you killed us? No. Have you stolen our food? No. Guests. I want to look around here. Okay, now we're done looking around. There's nothing here. So let's go to the tent. Which tent was that he was talking about? Is it this tent? Didn't he say use the one of our tents? I can't use these tents. Oh. Oh, we would have picked that. Well, we were so close to picking that character. Horgus Guerm. Human face at last, and there I thought that I'd be gazing upon the twisted visages of these troglodytes for the rest of my life. An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is peppered with several heel cuts and bruises and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Guerm. Yes, that Guerm. You no doubt have heard of me if you've spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived in the city then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived, and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabaris. I may not be as well known as certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one ball to the next, but the Guerm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city. I'll have you know. Did you see the marquees in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? You have Horgus Guerm to thank for that. So, how did you end up here? For a moment, Horgus's eyes focus on Camellia before his gaze returns to you. Like everyone else, down I went when the accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings, and instead came across hunters from the settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes. Well, they turned out to be decent chaps, frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. You don't speak kindly of the mongrels, even though they saved your life. kind words of people with hours to fritter away on pleasantries. Horgus Quorum speaks his mind, and he pays for services rendered not with kind words but with hard coin. I gave the mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. Its handle is worth more than their whole village. What kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I am determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface of to the city, if there's anything left of it. I don't know what good songs will do us in a dark hole like this, but people say that wandering troubadours can find their way out of any situation. I hope those were not just tall tales. You are strong. It would be no trouble to you, but I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It is good to have friends among the Canaber's elite. 2,000 gold. Oh, yes. Horgus's gaze is piercing. Are you taking advantage of my dire circumstances? Very well. Make it 2,000. Yes. Money first. I would gladly pay in advance, but all my wealth is up on the surface. Fear not. Fear not. The word of a Gwyrm is worth more than platinum. Ask anyone. Horgus Gwyrm has never reneged on a deal. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in this village. We have to go. Go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me. Very cool. Let's go. Yeah. Dragging back trash from the caves. No offense. Oh, hut for resting is up there. Okay. What happened to the mini-map? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, I see. Okay, so when you like this. Face. I might be the light when Wow, there's plenty of loot. Don't you know like where I am? Why were we were back to back? Why were we were face to face? You must be the light when I just tried 4K again, and certain parts is just stuttering. It doesn't seem like this game is like that demanding visually, but it's just, I think it's an optimization situation here. So we have to play it at 1440. Resting takes at least 8 hours.
Open your heart to me. I'll watch your back.
Who's Camellia? Oh. Our own teammate. I was just clicking on our own teammate. That's funny.
The spirits guide me.
Yeah.
At your discretion. If it pleases you.
While we were back to back, while we were face to face. You there, a tall woman with a face deformed by an enormous swelling, smiles broadly at you, showing off her double row of small sharp teeth. You, from the surface. You must be tough to make it all the way here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Dyra. Let's trade. Why are you so eager to trade with me? Because all the people here are no better than animals now. Dyla yells with surprising anger before being overcome with coughing. Wiping her mouth, she continues. Our forefathers lived in the city, like you. Our people loved to reminisce about armies, knights, crusades, but I couldn't care less about that. Savages with clubs can fight a war. Only civilized folk can buy and sell. Who are you? The people around here call me all sorts. Dyra the Hoarder, Dyra the Coin, Dyra the City Girl. Like that's a bad thing. I trawled the caves picking up all kind of things from the surface that wash down here, through your sewers. I trade all kinds of junk for food and clothes, but I only part with my best finds for coins. Got no coins? Forget what money is? Well, then I have no use for you. If you want city goods, you need to pay for them with gold, like city folk. That's straight. Okay. The symbol for money is very funny. Okay, if it's a reagent, we're gonna keep it. While we were back to back, while we were face to face, I must be the light when you in the dark. Ooh, nice. So buck selling just transfers all of them that you have highlighted. 500 gold, yes. Okay, let's see what she has to sell. Thick pads. While we were back to back, while we were face to... Oh no, bitch. $1,000 for the bracers? Come on now. That's yeah, that's a little too much. 1,000 for that. Too expensive. You won't get any sale today because you overpriced your shit. Orgus is down here. I wanna see where he's at. Orgus is supposed to be over here, but I don't see him. Oh. And Anivia is here too. This tragedy may not have happened if you've spent less time surveying honest citizens and more time tracking the real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses. What's the bad blood between you two about? It's an old matter. Miss Tirabade here had the notion of spying on me, then rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know? That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Guerm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that all the rigmarole with middlemen was so you could anonymously donate supplies to the Crusade? Don't you see, I have a reputation to uphold, one that I value most highly. Vargas Guerm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I wish to see that its defenders, my defenders, were well fed, healthy, and well armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well hang a sign outside my door welcoming in every sponger, leech, and parasite in the city. I appreciate your help for the crusade. No jokes. You're an alright bloke. But carrying on secret dealings in the cities teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside of us lot, whose job it is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Anivia, how's the leg? The girl scrunches up her nose. Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, so that's good. They bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinking stuff on the wound, so it looks like I'm gonna live. They said wait a day and I'll be right as rain, so I'm waiting. What do you think is happening in the city right now? Perhaps the city is no more. If Descari himself appeared, there's no telling how bad things are. Can you hold off on writing our obituaries just yet? The city's full of fighters. And besides that, it's barely a stone's throw from Nerosian. I think our people will hold on long enough for reinforcements to come from the Queen. This ain't Descari's home turf. He's gonna have to retreat or else fight off the whole Mendivian army. The capital of the Crusader state of Mendev, Nerosian, is designed first and foremost as a defensive fortification to hold back the endless demonic hordes from the whirlwind. Nerosian is also a holy city of Iomede. Many of its notable residents are devout worshippers of Iomede, including Queen Galfrey, the ruler of Mendev. The cruciform cathedral to Iomede is central to both Nerosian's physical structure and the defense of the city. The cathedral also draws platform pilgrims from afar to worship at this renowned holy site. What do you think of the mongrels? I thought they were just a story, the sort of things drunks in the taverns would come out with. Now I discover that it's true. Well, what can I possibly think of them? The poor creatures are most unfortunate with their faces and minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive. The part that boggles my mind is that they're the descendants of the first Crusaders. All these years they've been living beneath our feet, in caves, in the dirt. If I'd known the legends about them were true, I'd have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place. To what end? The people of Canabras would have stoned them on sight, and Prelate Hulrun Shapak, Canabra's famed prelate, first gained the trust and admiration of city's people by organizing inquisition against suspected demon worshippers and witches. Halloran and his force of elite witch hunters exposed dozens of cultists and spies, and it is said executed many more on the suspicion, but with no real proof. These events started the Third Crusade, widely accepted as the least effective and most self-destructive of the four Crusades. Still, Halloran evoked respect and admiration in the populace, as well as fear, and agreed to guide the city as its prelate. Whoops. Prelate Halloran would have had them tossed on the pyre en masse. Whatever the ills of this place, it is their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? What do you think is happening in the city now? Oh, okay. I accidentally clicked the same thing. What are you going to do when you go back to the surface? I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I own a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing, or if I am now homeless. Yeah, don't forget about money, though. I'm going to find Irabeth. She's my wife and the leader of the Eagle Watch. As long as she lives, she won't allow Canabras to fail. Ooh. Nice. Go on then, don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we are to find some people still alive up there. Take care of yourself. So, Anivia is a lesbian. Alright. I'll take care of some stuff and I'll be back. Bye-bye.